And thanks so much for tuning in to the Daily Dose for Spiritual Growth. We are continuing to go through the book of Luke. Today, we're going to be in Luke chapter 12. Hopefully, you have been encouraged. You have been inspired. You have been just challenged by the Word of God. That's what the Word of God does. And so thank you so much for tuning in today, whether it's the morning, afternoon, or evening, whenever it is. Thank you so much. We're going to be in verses 35 through 40. But again, we're challenging you to read the entire chapter. If you have time, again, these daily doses are just to spark, just to ignite your passion and your excitement to get into His Word. And so hopefully this will be an encouragement to you today. Today, we're going to talk about to be on guard, to be watchful, because there are so many distractions, and hopefully you understand that as if you are fasting and if you are eliminating a distraction or eliminating maybe a necessary need, whether it's food or maybe it's a desire that you had or something that was a distraction, whether it's the social media or whether it's the news or a certain show or certain screens or whatever it may be, you have chosen to eliminate that distraction. And you probably understand now because you're more on guard for all the other things that are happening because you have less distractions. That's really the purpose of fasting, one of the purposes of fasting. So let's dive in now to Luke chapter 12, starting in verse 35. Be dressed ready for service. Keep your lamps burning like servants waiting for their master to return from a wedding banquet, so that when he comes and knocks, they can immediately open the door for him. It will be good for those servants whose master finds them watching when he comes. Truly, I tell you, he will dress himself to serve. He will have reclined at the table and will come and wait on them. It will be good for those servants whose masters find them ready, even if he comes in the middle of the night or toward daybreak. But understand this. If the owner of the house had known at what hour the thief was coming, he would not have let his house be broken into. You must be ready, because the Son of God will come at an hour when we do not expect him. So we have to understand that Jesus is coming back, and I'm so thankful and I'm excited for that. He's coming back for his church, but we have to be on guard. We have to be watchful, like this parable, like this servant that Jesus was talking about. We need to be ready. We need to be ready for his return. What does that look like? Well, that looks like that we actually live our life on purpose, that there's intentionality to what we do. We don't just, walk around whimsical. We don't, shadow box or just like boxing through the air and not knowing what we're going to do, or throw a bunch of darts in the air and see what sticks. No, there's actually purpose in what we do, because what we say, what we do, how we conduct our lives, all of those things, it matters. Not to say that we have to live perfect lives, but how we live our lives. How about we, question we need to be asking ourselves is, God, how am I representing you today? God, regardless of where I go or who I interact with, what are people's perception of me? Not to say that we need to live for people's approval. No. No, but what we need to do is we need to live our life in such a way on purpose that people see us and they see Christ in us. That's what it means to be watchful, to be on guard, to understand, know that we want to live our life as we're living for him and not ourselves. And see, as we are fasting, as we are praying, we're saying, God, we want less of ourselves so we can have your name be glorified and magnified through us. And so let's choose to do that today. Let's be watchful. Let's be on guard, and let's have us go out and live our life on purpose with intentionality and have people see us and see Christ in us. May that be an encouragement to you today. Hey, thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure you tune tomorrow for the Daily Dose for Spiritual Growth.